Trump's trade deals for the world will be done by Friday, but China will take longer, is what Howard Lutnick said. Okay, so out of all the deals that we did, you know, you saw he just increased Brazil by 50% because of what's going on with Alexandre de Moraes and Lula. You saw what he just did with India, 25%. They're saying it'll be done by Friday, but here's Lutnick on China. Go for it, Rob.
Well, I think with respect to other countries, what's happened is many countries had made us okay offers to open their markets, 50%, 30%. And then the president said, no, I want them open. And then they get up to 75%. And the president said, I want it open. So now the price of a deal with the United States of America is black and white. Completely open markets. He wants to make sure that Americans can sell their goods overseas. He's tired of all those years where it was unfair and asymmetric against us. He wants to right the wrong of the last 80 years of trade policy, and he wants to do it now, and that's what he's doing. So are there deals on the table for him to consider? Yes, but he knows that he can just set the rate and set the price and move on, and he said that over and over again. We put in front of him the deal, he sees the deal, and he decides, do I want to do a deal with India or I don't? And that is up to him. We've done our job. They've made offers, but these countries came to the table slowly from what President Trump was hoping for. But of course, from their perspective, no one's moved as fast as the world has moved with respect to Donald Trump. He has moved the world in a way that no one can imagine. He's done this in 6 months. This is amazing, and I am, as you can tell, I'm having the best time working for Donald Trump.
We're out of time, but so you think it's more likely that musical chairs, people are looking around thinking, no one wants to be last, do they? I mean, you think we're going to hear more?
No.
Well, China's going to be tough.
All day.
China's going to, we only got 30 seconds, but China's going to be tougher.
Always.
Yeah.
China is their own thing. We have our own team working with China. They're their own thing. I'll leave the people who are working with China right now to give you a briefing on what they've accomplished and where they are. I'll leave it to them. But for the rest of the world, we're going to have things done by Friday. And Friday is not that far away. So you should expect, we said August 1st is the date that we're setting all these rates. And they are off to the races after that.
24 hours. Tom, what do we know about this?
Well, Howard Lutnick's not going to go in and say something like that on CNBC because CNBC is the direct line to the markets. CNBC, highly credible with the markets, and Wall Street reacts very quickly to what happens there versus what happens in other forms of interviews, even though the market instantly reacts to most news. What Howard is talking about is he's setting an expectation. China may take longer, but I think we took another step forward. That's what he wanted the markets to hear. And everybody else, he wants to let them know that it's all done. But you've got everybody, that is the truth. And Howard's not going to put himself out that 24 hours later, he's proven wrong because 6 countries go sideways on us. They're not going sideways. The closer it gets to the deadline, the more they're realizing this is serious, this is real. And it's like what he said, we'll give you 50%, we'll give you 75% open. He's like, no, open up so we both can trade back and forth asymmetrical. And you still got, business media out there. I mean, Barron's, I read an article in Barron's was like, well, what if this happens? What if that happens? And the writer from Barron's actually said, and the Fed could raise rates a quarter point, just trying to create this fear-mongering in there. And I was reading this article and I said, this is freaking Barron's. And it was like cue Kid Rock in my head. And we were trying different things. And we were smoking funny things, drinking whiskey from the bottle, don't care about tomorrow. Whoa. That's what it felt like reading this. Is the business, certain part of the business meeting are cheering against.
They are so speechless that this is Kramer's reaction, dropping an F-bomb on how great the economy is doing. Watch this.
I almost dropped an F-bomb just now.
Our biggest problem is we have so much growth that the Fed won't cut. What the fuck? Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, my
God.
I'm so sorry.
He's so naughty, Jim Cramer.
Okay. That was bad.
It's okay. We're in the moment.
I take it right back. I take it right back. That was bad.
It's Cable with a ticker, as Joe Kernan would say.
I take that back.
That's right.
Real people doing live
can't
TV.
take it back.
To your point, Goldman today, the most notable change.
I think I'm out of here.
You're fine. You're absolutely
Goldman
fine.
today, the most
You
notable
want me to say one?
No, I just feel like enough with the rate cut
go
and
ahead.
the economy's booming.
Let Carl talk now.
Goldman today, most notable change since the June Fed meeting.
I take it back. It's too late, bro.
With
It's
the rate
gone.
cut and the economy is booming. So, Tommy, what thoughts do you have on this?
My thoughts are this reminds me of 2017 when they said Trump was going to crash everything, and then things went really, really well up until COVID. And now he's back 2.0. He's got the right people around him this time. He's executing quickly, and I mean, day one, executing. And his instincts, to my earlier point, are usually right, especially on the economy. These trade deals, everyone panicked, everyone freaked out, even conservatives freaked out. Oh, I don't know if this is the right thing, and there's so much uncertainty, and people are losing everything. And then it's like, just trust the process. President Trump looked at our trade deals, and he said, this feels lopsided to me, and I'm the only one that's going to do it. Nobody else is going to have the balls to do it, so I'm going to do it. This is my second administration, now or never, and I believe it. Trust the process. And everyone freaked out. And guess what? We trust the process. And here we are. Same thing with a month ago when they said, oh, he bombed Iran and it's going to be World War III and Trump's starting new wars. And what happened? Nothing that we know of yet. So trust the instincts of President Trump, especially on the economy. He knows what he's doing here.
I think that's a good point. If you voted for him, if you're somebody that's a true voter of him, you got to trust the instincts. If you're somebody that is the first time you voted for him, you're kind of like, well, I don't want to vote for Kamala. I want to. Maybe you can be a little bit more skeptical, but the people that truly did, you got to know that you can debate, you can have the
Kamala
arguments.
would be doing right now, by the way.
There's no question about that.
I mean, can we just imagine right now? Let's just take ourselves to a world where Kamala Harris is the president right now. What would things look like?
The greatest fundraiser of all time. Make sure give her proper.
Everyone would be
respect.
gay.
Can I ask a question though?
Yeah.
So
Alcohol stocks would be up.
everything, like, I mean, Trump is obviously kicking butt. We are like, just Jerome Powell felt like it hurt for him to say everything is going so great. Like, I fear that if God forbid the Republicans don't win again and they have somebody else come in, like Kamala's finished, but somebody like that, they're going to try to undo every single thing that this guy has been doing for the past, once we hit the 4-year mark. I mean, what do you think the first thing the Democrats are going to do about
Open
the
the
border?
border.
Like, Tommy, that scares the hell out of me because, and obviously we want to keep, the momentum going and everything like that. That's the first thing they're going to do is open the border. Number one, without a doubt, open the border. And then number two, they're going to cave to China. They're going to cave to all these people, and we're going to go back to where we were.
But
That's
even
the biggest fear.
Biden didn't want to completely undo some of Trump's trade work.
That's right.
Even he was like, I will say this, though. I agree with you on that point. However, when Trump did great things during his first term, their excuse was, well, that was actually Obama. It just took a while.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you had 4 years of Biden where everything royally sucked. Yeah. And then they're like, well, that's because of Trump. It just took a while to set in. Now you got Trump again. So you go to a Democrat, God forbid, in 2028. What are they going to say? Okay, just like when the Democrats put out that chart that they thought was so funny last week, where it was
And it
like,
was under Biden.
well, look at it, it's like the prices go under Biden, and then they had to
groceries.
delete that.
Yeah.
How do you go from things going well under Trump 1, then it's crap, then it's good, then it's crap? How do you keep lying to people that the Democrats are not the problem, even with the border? Because people were really pissed about the border, and I agree with you. They're going to try to open it up again.
sure.
But do you know how bad that's going to look if they really try to do that again?
But you know what? The majority of the left, the Democrats, that's what they want. They're over there.
it is.
They're over there fighting ICE agents. I saw some Karen in California. She was literally like, "Leave them alone," and trying to take off their mask. And it's like, they're insane. And I'm telling you, half the country would be like, yeah, no, we want it wide open because we love immigrants. This is the country of immigrants. Trust me, they're gonna try to do that. And so it's literally a fight for the nation. We cannot let these people get back in power. We can't.
To me, back to this trade thing, if there's one word that Donald Trump stands for, it is fairness. If you notice, the one thing he's always complaining about, they're treating me very unfairly. It's not fair. They're trying to do this. They're trying to do that. That's why he's so against DEI, because it's not fair. That's why he believes in MEI, because it's actually fair. It's equality, not equity. So everything that he does with this trade, is it fair trade? Is it free trade? Basically, he believes that America has been taken advantage of for decades, and that's the fault of our leaders. It's the fault of our politicians, and they've carved out the middle class. They've carved out manufacturing in this world, and now the average American is like, "What the hell's going on here?" It's kind of like, we're going to go to Vegas soon. The Vegas, they used to give everybody that stayed there the free buffet. Yeah, you go get the buffet, and what happens is this. Oh, it's the free buffet. All right, I'm going to go get a second, a third. Then we'll go get a plate and bring it up to my room for my family. All of a sudden, all my kids are eating for free. And the buffet is basically being ransacked and rummaged through. And the buffet in the casino is being treated very unfairly. Trump's basically saying, listen, there's no more free buffets. All you countries can't come in here and throw all your products here. And then we can't even eat at all at your restaurant, in your casino. You're making us pay. The buffet line is closed, and all your kids aren't eating for free.
How many times
you're going to
have
to pay?
Say buffet? I mean, I know it's getting close to lunch. Like I'm
a little hungry,
buffet. I get it. We'll feed you. Somebody get
But
Adam.
But do you agree that
I
Trump
understand what you're
believes in
saying.
fairness?
Yes, but he's
Equalizing is the word he said he made up, which I don't.
Equalizing.
Yeah.
I've never heard that
We're
word before until
equalizing.
Trump.
Well, no,
The
he's
great
he's
equalizer.
He's also a hardcore negotiator. So I don't know if his deals that he's doing, he is about fairness, I agree, but he's also pushing the agenda in a major way for America to have a bit of an upper hand. This is the first guy in a long time that's using a leverage the way he has, and he's filled the administration with business people
Howard
who
Lutnick.
pay attention to numbers, data, profit, loss, leverage. You look at the world in a completely different way. You were asking about the latest polo shirts that are coming up. It took us a few months to get them. They're finally in. I wore one of these. Everybody was asking, where did you get these Valuetainment polo shirts? They're right there. We got them in brown, black, white, gray, and another white. There's a bunch of them on here for those because it's hot. Yesterday, we flew in from Orlando. We're on a flight, flying back on this private jet, and we're asking the pilot, hey, can you turn on the AC? I can't turn on the AC. Mario makes the mistake of asking the guy, he says, I heard this is a Mach. What did he ask him? He says,
Mach? Does it go Mach? And the guy was like, yeah, it goes Mach 1.5.
It goes
Like,
actually
here we go.
Mach 1.1. And then next, we get on the jet, and this guy goes, he starts doing all this stuff, showing off. I'm like, what is this guy doing? On the way back, we're flying low. He says, I can't turn on the AC. I get off the plane.
Do you remember what I look like? Honestly, look like somebody
what do I
poured
look
water
like?
all over you.
I get off the plane. My entire shirt is flipping, drenched. And this is why Tommy just announced she's moving to Florida because she loves the humidity here. But for some of you guys that are in the heat, you want to wear a polo shirt and have the Valuetainment gear on, go place your order at vtmerch.com. We did not order too many of these, but if you want to get them, go to vtmerch.com, place your order, sport them. We were at Orlando at the Gaylord event. Cannot wait to see all of you guys at the Vault Conference. If you enjoyed this video, you want to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.